Listen, I was talking to somebody one time, and we're talking about the Garden of Eden and the fruits that Eve ate and Adam also ate. Somebody said to me, he said, Pastor, but God knew. He knows the beginning from the end and the end from the beginning. He knew that they will eat that fruit. Why did he plant that tree there? I said, no, God did not plant the tree to tempt them. That's not the idea. The real purpose and intent of God's planting that tree was to place himself at the center of man's life. That tree was at the center of the garden. God said, eat everything else, but don't eat that one in the middle. The tree of the knowledge of life, of good and bad and evil. He said, don't eat of that tree. He said, for the day you eat it, you will die. What God was simply saying to Adam and Eve is this: eat everything, but don't eat that one. Why? Because any day you eat it, I will remember, or I will know you don't value me anymore. So that tree stood in the middle of the garden as a reminder to God that man stays under his leadership, stays under his authority. That tree was a reminder to man that there is a God you must honor and acknowledge in all the affairs of your life. God always wants to know that you need him. That's the nature of God. Listen, the Bible said that for I, the Lord, am a jealous God. I don't know whether you understand what jealousy is. I don't know whether you understand what jealousy is. But the Bible said that, you used to think that jealousy is a bad thing. God has it. God has it. God hates idolatry. Idolatry is submitting to the leadership or the leading of anything else other than God. So when you submit to money, submit to your beauty, submit to your eloquence, submit to your intellect, submit to everything, you feel as long as I have money, I'm fine. I don't need God. I don't need church. I don't need prayer. As long as I have this, I'm fine. I don't need fellowship. I don't need God. I don't need prayer. God calls that idolatry. When God sees things like that, he knows you don't need him. That's why sometimes God withdraws and allows life to pepper some of us a little so we can realize the need for him. One of the reasons the prodigal son's father allowed the boy to go is for the boy to realize the need for his father. It was not because he wanted to deal, he wanted the boy to know that I am your father, and under this covering all your supply is guaranteed, but outside this covering you're on your own. Sometimes God is not too quick to come looking for you. He allows you to run around. You know what he's trying to teach you? Need for him. He will not come to your rescue. He will allow you to run. Move the way you want to move. Break your leg. After breaking one or two legs, you will realize the need for your father. Before you start running into emergencies, run into God's arms. Run into the secret place. Run into the secret place where you can meet with God, interact with him, and get your needs met by him. God likes to be that way. God wants to be all powerful. You can't take away that nature. Every king likes to feel important. Every king likes to feel like he can do and undo. That's kings for you. I mean, common kings made by men. Common kings that are men. Kings that men, even enthroned, like to feel a sense of importance. When you meet maybe the governor of a state, even the local government chairman of a local government, and you start praising him and telling him, thank you, sir, for the good work you're doing and all that, he starts feeling like he's capable. When you make a king feels incapable, you have tampered with his jealousy. You have tampered with his pride. When you tell a king, I know you can do this thing for me, sir. I know you can do this, sir. If you want to do it, I know you can do it. You have what it takes. The king feels like he's king indeed. When a king knows he can help you on a matter, and you refuse to acknowledge that he has what it takes to help you, he refrains from helping you. Because you must acknowledge the king for the king to show what he can do. Prayer is acknowledging what God can do. Prayer is putting your faith and your check in what God can dispense. Prayer is putting your hope, putting your trust and your confidence in the capacity, the ability, and the agility of God. That's prayer. Without it, God feels you're all right. He doesn't struggle with man. I think the Bible says, my spirit will never wrestle with man again anymore. It will never. God, there's one thing God will never do. God will never wrestle with man's will. You want to pray, that's your business. You don't want to pray, that's your business. You need me, that's your business. You don't need me, that's your business. That's the nature of God henceforth. He does not wrestle with the spirit of man.